when I'm nesting, sometimes I'll opt to cut the product from a offcut instead of nesting it with other things. I had nowhere to put those Kanbans, so I decided to put a Kanban holder on my nesting desk. So any Kanbans that I'm going to cut from an offcut, I just pop in there and then I can just go back to them when I'm ready to cut.
One of the rack is in pre-packing, and these stainless steel barbecue tools are not on sale anymore. We don't make them anymore, so I can get rid of this and make some space for something else.
This is a before and after video for a new heat inlet for the ovens. And this is after. Thank you very much for joining, for making and installing it. Thank you very much. It's brilliant.
So we used to, when we cut a tube, we used to use a hand drill and we would change out pieces so we could clean off the outside and the inside of the tube after it was cut. But it's not really my improvements, more Chris's improvements. And now we have a very simple little device. It cleans off the edges very quickly, very easily.
The box of welding wire that we have at the Rumbler is really handy, but it's quite messy, so I wanted to do something about that. So my solution was to use one of our XL4 Kanban lids. I just made some slight changes to the design, made a smaller hole so that I could feed the wire through, and now you can easily pull the wire out without making a mess.
So at the moment, other than the bit of writing that's on the front of the box, there's no way to work out which one of these is which thing, so I'm going to make that easier. So I've improved these boxes by adding the colour of the ribbon inside onto the side. I've actually used the ribbon itself, so it's the exact same colour as you'd use. I've got some little channels coming of design, so they'll all sit in those, which will be colour coded as well. And as an added bonus, I added some little Kanban markers on here. So these are the coloured ribbons, so I want to order that when I've got 15 metres left. And this is the vinyl, and I want to order about 10 metres left. So it tells me on each of those how much I've got left of each, so I can just keep an eye on it. Some extra labelling today in the kitchen, so we've got the used towels bin, that's been marked up now. Over here on the hot and cold tap, we've labelled which way's which. It was just a little thing, a little H that's etched out the metal and it wasn't very clear to see. Over here we have the cutlery drawer marked up with a little icon there for spoon, knife and fork. And then over here on the freezer where we get the ice from, just a little marker there about cleaning it up after it's been used. So we get a lot of excess ice left in there, lots of drips of water, and it's going to make it grim after a while, so you just need to keep on top of that.
Okay, so just carrying on from yesterday's improvement, so Jake's done the labels for them. We've got the physical barrier Kanbans through as well, so once this is empty, you'd literally take the box out. This comes down, then inside you've got the stock, then on top you've got the Kanban, tells you what you need to do, all the instructions. You then can put the Kanban in here once it's ordered. Kanban will go back on, box will go back in its place, and yeah, so hopefully this will start eliminating the struggle of running out of leaflets, and that should hopefully solve it. Thank you very much everyone involved.
At the moment there's no set standard as to how we close up the warehouse at the end of the day, which has meant sometimes it's locked and left with the lights on. I've added this rotor, a simple rotor to the door on the way in and out, so there's no way to miss. We can put our name and double check with a warning to make sure that it's locked and the lights off at the end of every day. Thank you.
Quick change here, so that Kanban holder has 2 slots there, and I think we may end up running out of things at the same time, so I'm going to increase that. Back to a blue border for this one, and it now has 4 slots, so if more things run out at once, we haven't got to panic. Another quick addition to the kitchen, so underneath all of these things now, there is a marker for what should go there and where the replacements are. Done that for glass cleaner, for floor cleaner, and I've also done it for the swiffer pads and flashback pads. I'll be downsizing this to a smaller shelf tomorrow because I overestimated how much space I needed for these. So one of these will do, so that'll be tomorrow's improvement.
Well, for the picture of the pinch and with the update, like the old picture of it, the pinch don't really go that way, it goes this way, so I'm going to improve that. Right, now improved it, that gave it a really good update, a new side button, correct way of the
concrete pins, going to pallet. All good. Good standard. Thank you.
This is latches before in my box. Kanban on the bottom. And this is the after. Physical barrier and a Kanban. A beautiful little one. Thank you, Jake. I'm downsizing from this massive bench into a tool wall and a table with a trolley. So I started filling up the tool wall. I love that it's on wheels and I don't need to reach over the length of this desk. It was really horrible. Yeah, so now I just need to carry on and organize it. Jordan put a panel on the back of this pen and knife holder, so it got powder coated with the new lovely panel at the back. I've drilled the hole at the back, put a magnet on it, it's tightening up still, and it's to replace.
Okay, just thought I'd show you what I've been working on for the last couple of days. These products usually just get laid on top of a trolley with the lids on top as well, so now I've just made a trolley for both the different sizes and for the lids in the middle, which should make it a lot easier. I'll show you the finished trolley in a couple of days. Thank you.
This tooling is just left in the box with no labels and it's untidy, so I'm fixing this today. Here is the after. Labelled, neat and tidy, in foam. Job done.
On this tape machine trolley, I have been keeping the next tape I will use behind the machine, but when it does get jammed, sometimes you do need to fully open, which does get stopped by this tape. So what I'm going to do is try and place the tape underneath it so I can refill it from there instead of going to get it from the box. Magnets, 2 spaces, 2 nuts and a washer at the end, and the tape fits on there just perfect, and the washer should prevent from sticking it, so this should make my life a little bit easier.
Great job everyone, thank you very much.